Good afternoon and welcome. This is Matthew Lindsay with Precision Home Group, and we are here today with Olympic monoskier Andrew Kurka. So thank you for coming on. I'm stoked to be part of this today.
Of course, Matthew. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Yeah, looking forward to what this interview has to offer.
Yeah, so I want to dig into kind of your story, your background, some of the successes that you've had, and then just take that and talk about that inspiration, that drive, that work ethic, and everything that was built through that, and then what that looks like going forward in the future.
All right. So to start it off, my story is one, some people say of inspiration. I say it's one of hard work and perseverance.
I love it.
So it started when I was about 8 years old, and I wanted to be an Olympic wrestler.
Okay.
And that dream took a little bit of a turn when I was 13 years old, and I broke my back in an ATV accident.
Gotcha.
Now, after breaking my back in the ATV accident, I had to take my life, the world how I saw it, I had to turn it around and see everything from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And when I looked at things from a different perspective, I was actually able to achieve a lot more success in my life.
Okay.
So when I was 13, I broke my back, became paralyzed. When I was 15, I started alpine skiing. I realized with alpine skiing, I could still pursue my Olympic dream.
Okay.
I just had to do it a little bit differently than what a lot of people had thought that I could, or that I even thought that I could. So when I was 15, I realized my dream of being an Olympian, my dream of being the best in the world was still possible. And that's when I started pursuing it, and that's how I got to where I am today.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's just a brief overview of kind of my timeline and my life.
So, and you grew up here, right?
I did. I grew up in Alaska. Well, the first start was actually in Nikolaevsk in Homer, Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah, the small Russian village down there. And,
Gotcha.
And then the second half was up here in Palmer, Alaska. Yes.
Okay, so Palmer. Gotta love Palmer.
I love Palmer.
There you go. So, it's not a common thing at 13, 15, during that time frame to have that mindset of, hey, I want to be the best, I want to stay on top of that podium, and I know I can.
Yes, well, so where that all came from was it came from hitting rock bottom.
Okay.
So you kind of hit rock bottom, or you kind of see a failure, and as humans, as individuals, a lot of times we have a tendency to take the easy way out.
Yeah, definitely.
We
see it all the time.
Yeah, we see something, we see a challenge in life, and instead of facing the challenge, or instead of facing the fear of failure in that challenge, we kind of take the easy way out. We take the easy route.
Because it's comfortable.
It's comfortable, exactly. I was faced as a 13-year-old with paralysis. I didn't have that option.
Yeah.
And it taught me right then and there, as a young child, that no matter what, I had to face those fears, I had to face those challenges, and I had to overcome them. And I knew that by the end of it, I was going to be better.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is really what my story is truly all about.
Yeah. So I got a podcast. It's called Never Settle Code.
Never. Yeah.
That's it right there. You never settled. Like, you never accepted average. You never accepted, hey, this is my life. Woe is me. You're like, I'm sure it was extremely difficult, but you just kept pushing, and you've done amazing things and become an inspiration for people.
Well, thank you. I see it as the pursuance of perfection, right? To be in sport, especially with what I do, it's pursuing perfection to be better than the rest of the world. To be the best,
definitely,
you have to pursue being the best, and to stay the best, you have to pursue being the best. So perfection is the only way to truly achieve that. And it's spoken about in the Bible. It's spoken about in many different scenarios all around the world. When you pursue that perfection, you have a chance to be better than you ever were. You have a chance to inspire, and you have a chance to live a truly fulfilled and truly happy life. That's something that I think is extremely important for a lot of people.
Yeah. And the work ethic behind that, the consistent hunger for that, I found that it's not a common thread throughout a lot of different people.
It's not a common thread, but I think that there can definitely be moments in life that help you to achieve that, and help you to see that, and help you to realize that that's the type of life that you want to lead. Sorry.
Definitely.
Yeah, and for me, I think that I've put myself in a position as an athlete, as a mentor, as an inspirer, to inspire other people to want to lead that life as well. You know, heck, I did it.
Yeah.
From 13 years old, an individual with paralyzed legs, someone with a disability.
Definitely.
You know, I achieved and I overcame so many different things. So throughout my career, from the moment like I broke my back when I was 13 to the moment I started skiing when I was 15, I've broken 20 bones.
Wow.
Like from my femur to my back multiple times. I've had shoulder surgery and
Okay.
a lot of different injuries throughout this. But in my pursuance of perfection, you know, I think that it makes my story that much stronger. To say, you know,
Definitely.
I hit rock bottom this many different times, but in this journey, I was finally able to truly overcome.
Yeah.
And you can too.
It's the only way to fail is to quit.
Yeah, exactly. The only way to fail is to quit.
Yeah.
It's so simple. Elegance at its finest. And yeah, so that's something that I'm definitely here to want to convey to others.
Okay.
So
we hit the you know, we set that goal, the target. The mission was to get on the podium. The mission was to, you know, get to the Olympics, be the best. So we found ourselves at a point where you hit that. And now it sounds like, you know, you're probably still pursuing the next one. Is that true?
yes.
Okay. And we got a bigger mission now, it sounds like, to inspire others, get in front of people. You really have a heart, a passion for that. And that's what it sounds
I
like.
do. So, especially being an athlete, leading an athletic life is a very kind of a selfish life. You're pursuing perfection, but you're pursuing personal perfection. And to me,
Definitely.
pursuing personal perfection is also helping others.
Definitely.
You have to give back. Otherwise, you don't truly achieve in this world.
Yeah.
And so I find myself in a situation where I want to give back. I give back both emotionally and physically.
Okay.
And so the way that I'm doing that is I'm still pursuing this goal of being the best in the world for myself.
Yeah.
I'm still pursuing being Andrew Kurka, alpine skier, best in the world, #1 in all the different disciplines, and I'm pursuing my goal of still staying the best. You know, that's my life.
It's that
that's
hunger.
my persona. That's my hunger. Exactly. But in the process, I'm doing a few different things. I actually have a podcast as well.
Okay.
And it's going to be launching shortly.
Okay.
It's called The Golden Perspective.
Golden Perspective.
Yep.
Where's that going to be found so people could find that?
That's going to be found actually by Now This Media.
Now This Media. Okay.
Yep. So it's going to be hosted with Now This Media and with Axios Productions out of New York City.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm in the process of that, and so the Golden Perspective is how I kind of feel like I'm giving back emotionally, and
Awesome.
I'm interviewing a lot of different people. My good friend Josh Elliott. I'm interviewing just individuals of successful backgrounds
Okay.
that are pursuing success, and individuals that have a story that
Gotcha.
is worth making heard.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So what I do is I start from the beginning of their story, and I take the journey of how they were able to achieve success.
Okay.
And I find that there's always a catalyst somewhere along the line of where someone felt like they had hit rock bottom, and where they focused on having to face their fears, or
Definitely.
they focused on having to face their losses.
Okay.
And that's what my entire podcast is about. It's about an individual's journey.
Okay.
And how that journey can help you to see your life fulfilled to the fullest without having that catalyst.
Yeah.
I want my podcast to be that catalyst for others to want to live that life of perfection.
Yeah.
And then the other way that I'm giving back is I'm starting up in the physical manner, something that I've always personally loved, and that's kind of like a vacation for me, and a peaceful, emotional, spiritual thing for me is fishing and being outdoors.
Gotcha.
And having those fun adventures. So I'm starting up a bed and breakfast up here in Alaska.
Okay.
I'm taking my time, and just kind of all the money that I'm having saved up, I'm putting towards building cabins and expanding my property.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna have disability camps, host disability camps for individuals, veterans, and individuals
Gotcha.
with disabilities. So I can take them out on adventures, ice climbing and rock climbing
There
and
you
fishing, and I can show them life and from a different perspective, something that most people don't get to really truly experience
Exactly.
if they have a disability. So
Yeah.
if you have a disability, you're not like, oh, I'm gonna go out and go ice climbing. But if I'm like, hey, this is how you do it, then all of a sudden people are gonna love to go out and do that.
Oh yeah.
So
It's just giving them accessibility.
exactly, and
You know?
and I'm showing them how, and I'm giving them an awesome opportunity in Alaska to do that.
Oh yeah, because I mean, there's just constant. You can't do that. That's not possible. This can't be done. Well, you're just. Of Of course it is.
Matt,
I'm right here.
There's so many times that I hear that.
Yeah.
On a constant basis, and people with disabilities hear that on a constant basis, and I think just people in general hear that. You know, you can't do that. It's impossible. You're crazy. You know,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I don't need that negativity in my life.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
Exactly. No, that's all a bad situation. You realize that you can't overcome anything.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, and it's never going to be easy. But sometimes, if you look at it from a different perspective, you're able to overcome that. And
Yeah.
I think that's what my story is really about. I hope people see it in that fashion.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So where is that bed and breakfast, that your property that you're talking
It's
about?
going to be in Palmer, Alaska.
Going to be in Palmer. That's
Yep.
awesome. So
Yep.
kind of hometown there.
Yep.
You know, bringing it back and having a presence there. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you know, having a presence in my home, it's also something that gives me a chance to give people a real true experience from my home.
Okay.
So like having the bed and breakfast portions, people come and stay in my home, and then I take them out and I show them, you know, what it's like to be an Alaskan.
Definitely.
It's the unique lifestyle.
Yep.
And I grew up in the country, and that's something that a lot of people really truly want to experience.
Yeah.
Is the Alaskan countryside.
And growing up here, you don't really realize that till you start traveling, getting outside, and it's way less normal than what I thought growing up. You know.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's unique.
Yeah.
And it's special in its own way. And that's something that I just want people to experience that as well, because it's a sense of peace that a lot of people, you know, they don't really look for it much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And in this entire journey, I just want to say thank you for having me in here. I
Definitely.
truly appreciate coming in and sitting with Precision Home Group and everything you guys do. I know you do a lot with the community, and you like to get out, and you want others to be inspired. You want others to achieve success and to see success in that manner. And to me, that means a lot.
Yeah, one of the core beliefs that we have is, you know, success and potential is not limited.
Yeah.
People say, hey, you have success, so I can't. Or I have success, so you're limited. What is success?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like this limited thing that there's only so much to go around. Anybody can, just pursuing the right systems, strategies, and influences in life is what I believe is going to lead to that success.
Of course, success is, I consider it achieving goals.
Yeah.
Right? Achieving goals. They can be small goals, they can be big goals, they
Yep.
can be pie in the sky dreams.
Yeah.
But hey, if you're able to achieve it, then you're able to achieve success. It's a personal thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then to have those targets after those targets, you know, because we see a lot of people like spend so much time on one target, they finally hit that target and then they get lost. Like, where am I going?
What's next?
What's next?
Right?
You know?
So I think that's the importance of a dream. As
Definitely.
corny as it sounds, that's the
Yeah.
the purpose of a dream. You know, you're able to dream, and you're able to see this thing that's, you know, almost seems unachievable.
Mhm.
And you're able to set goals to finally achieve this dream. And you might never achieve it, but hey, if you live a life of pursuing perfection and trying to get there, then you're gonna live a life fulfilled.
And that's that hunger. It just keeps coming back to it, man.
Mhm.
Something that, you know, not, like I said, not too many people have, and you definitely have it. You portrayed that through your actions, through what you've been able to do, and still pursuing, you know, new projects, new ideas, new things, while still pursuing your first pursuit there. It's just that hunger. That's what I can bring, that grit, you know,
Thank
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that's. I hope that others start to live a life the same.
Yeah, I think it's the only way to live.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, so thanks for coming on. Appreciate you being here with us at Precision Home Group, and you know, best of luck on future ventures and whatever we can do for you. Before I do let you go, you know, there is a couple different sponsorship opportunities or ways to help out that we were talking about before we were going live. So I'd love if you just let people know how can they follow you, how can they get involved with what you're doing, what you're going to be doing in the future, and then how would they sponsor?
Okay, awesome. So for personal sponsorship, you can just send me an email, andrewkurka@gmail. It's very simple. And to get any more info or to contact me and follow my journey of athletics or anything, just follow Andrew Kurka. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. I'm on all of the above, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you and speaking with you.
And we'll put in the comments below all of those links to all his information so that you can contact him, come back to the feed, and check it out later. But go check out Andrew Kurka, Olympic monoskier, inspiration, privileged to be here. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Matt.